This example is going to show how to create a 1D connection or a set of 1D connections from source nodes that are distributed circumferentially on this model to a set of target nodes that are also distributed circumferentially as well. And in this case, I have a set of mesh points. So if I'll turn off my mesh and turn on my geometry, you can see I have a set of mesh points on the surface. This is 240 mesh points distributed circumferentially, so a point every 1.5 degrees. That creates nodes in our mesh. And then we want to connect these individual nodes to nodes on this surface that match the theta coordinate in the context of this cylindrical coordinate system. So in this example, we would have a one source node and then 3 target nodes for a given rigid element. So that was the original request. And unfortunately, Simcenter 3D does not have the ability to do that as one element, one rigid element going from the source node to end target nodes by searching the model in a cylindrical sense. We can't do that out of the box, some NX open approaches. So in order to use out of the box methods, I'm going to create 3 elements per source node to create our connection. So we'll see for a given source node, we'll have 3 elements as opposed to 1 element with 3 leg nodes. So what did I do? Well, first thing I did was created some groups. I've got a group containing the nodes related to the mesh points. And then I have another group containing our nodes related to that cylindrical surface. And I decomposed that group into 3 rings. So I've got face nodes ring 1, face nodes ring 2, and face nodes ring 3. And I just displayed this group by itself and then started selecting nodes, by looking at it from this point of view, and then selecting individual rings to get these 3 groups. And I guess another thing that I should show is that I define an edge density in my mesh as part of my mesh definition, where I've got 240 nodes along that edge, or 240 elements along that edge, and that gives me 240 nodes because it's it's an enclosed loop. And then I've got this mapped mesh option turned on for that solid mesh, and then it gives me a nice consistent mesh pattern that matches my mesh points. So now I'm just going to simply create a 1D connection. I'm going to set that to be node to node in version 2506, and possibly earlier versions. I can make that editable. So if my nodes change, I can modify this connection. I'm going to use the proximity method, and I'm going to use my groups as the source and target. So for my source, I'm always going to use my point nodes. So I've got my smart selection method set to nodes by group, and I pick the group, and then I go to the target, and I got, again, my smart selection method is nodes by group. I'll pick my face 1 nodes group, and or ring 1 nodes, and there we see a preview. I'm getting 240 elements, and since my source for an RBE2 is going to be the independent node, the target is the dependent. So I can say apply here, and gives me 1 mesh. I can then repeat this. So mesh point nodes for my source, ring 2 for my target, and apply once again, and do that 1 more time. Mesh point nodes going to face 3, face nodes ring 3, and say OK here. And if I hide my geometry, and hide my 3D mesh, I can see I now have individual meshes. So if I look at a mesh, I've got a mesh for ring 1, a mesh for ring 2, and a mesh for ring 3. So I'm getting the correct nodes selected for my rings, and I'm not, I'm creating the connection as I expected on a theta coordinate basis for that from this cylindrical system. The only thing is that this was intended to be in the original request. This set of 3 legs was intended to be 1 element, but it's actually 3 elements. That's the part that is going to be a challenge to support inside of Simcenter 3D. But this should be an equivalent connection. 3 legs as 3 elements or 3 legs as 1 element here should not matter in terms of the definition of this model.